that we may be one of the very few efforts that will never ask for your money, your email address, or your phone number. Because the reality is, we are only asking the American citizens to do 3 things. Hello again. Welcome back. My name is Bartholomew, and this is American Zeitgeist YouTube video book series, Chapter 3, Episode 1. Let's start with a fictitious story from my aviation background to set the stage. Imagine you're a passenger on a commercial airliner. We're cruising along comfortably 5 or 6 miles in the air, going about 400 or 500 miles an hour across the ground. On the seatback screen in front of you, you have a live video feed from the cockpit. Out of curiosity, you switch to watch the pilots. A few minutes later, you notice the first officer is pointing at the engine gauges and says, "Captain, it looks like we have an engine problem." The captain snaps back, irritated. "No, we don't. The engines are fine." Moments later, the cockpit dissolves into a heated argument. No one is flying the airplane. No one is monitoring the instruments. From my perspective, this isn't a bad cockpit. It's an unsafe one. Sadly, however, I also believe it's an apt metaphor for the last several decades of our American governing leadership. The powerless passengers in the back of the airplane represent the American public. The captain and first officer represent our 2 bickering political parties arguing over what is reality and what is bullshit. Some of you may disagree. Okay, let's rewind about a dozen years. Early in Donald Trump's first presidency, he purposely picked a trivial public media fight over the size of his inauguration crowd versus President Obama's. When confronted with the evidence to the contrary, his administration didn't correct the record. Instead, Kellyanne Conway calmly told the nation, "We have an alternative set of facts." At that moment, the American society blinked. When society blinks at reality, integrity doesn't collapse, it erodes. Today is the 5-year anniversary of the January 6th insurrection, which many consider our worst political violence since the Civil War. And now, after a holiday break with friends and family, we, the American Zeitgeist team, is back in the saddle, reset, refocused, and motivated to make weekly videos for the next several months. While we were gone, we asked ourselves 3 hard questions. First, why are we always playing defense with MAGA? Let's go on the offense. Second, what is the single deepest fault line driving our badly divided society? And finally, what would a realistic, resolute, citizen-led political correction course look like going forward? The MAGA mindset's remarkable success has weakened democratic institutions, degraded constitutional guardrails, and normalized political denial, just like the dangerous fictitious cockpit story I told. Which leads us with an unavoidable truth. We, the American citizens, are now the last firewall between truth and delusion, between democracy and fealty, between a constitutional republic and a tyrant, a dictator, or a king in his court. This video book series is about urging American citizens to stand up, grab hold of all the electoral, constitutional tools given to us by the Founding Fathers, so that we can make a course correction and move toward making safe landings again. For clarity, we are going to rename our 2 dueling political parties. The first one we're going to call America's Critical Thinking A-Team, and the second, MAGA's Dangerous Bullshit B-Team. In coming videos, we'll also lay out a clear citizen-led MAGA mindset endgame, a practical, step-by-step plan designed to restore truth, accountability, and constitutional guardrails. To be successful, however, we will need to get 2 out of 3 American citizens to join America's Critical Thinking A-Team. Please let me remind everyone that we may be one of the very few efforts that will never ask for your money, your email address, or your phone number. The reality is, we are only asking the American citizens to do 3 things. 1, peacefully protest. 2, watch, talk, and think. 3, vote. That's it. That's all we're asking. For now, safe landings, everyone.